Brand new street and brand new me. Side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town. I already know, couple days ago. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm calling your phone. You don't care what you're doing to me. I've been down in the ruins so deep. All the games that you played, all the love you forsaken, you let it slip away. You don't care what you're doing to me. Every setback, every mishap, every time you say you gon' change. Say you get it, you regret it, I forgive it, but you stay the same. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Thank you for being such a loyal subscriber and a viewer to Yolandas-journaling. It is a beautiful, what day is this? Wednesday morning. It is currently 11:30. I have a few things that I need to do today. One is I got to take my mom to the doctor. And then after that, we're going to go to Target. I want to get me another floating shelf to put on the other side of my wall, so that I can put some books up there. And of course I'll have to get some type of book ends to also go on the, on the floating shelves along with the books. And then we're going to go to Barnes and Nobles, because I think they still have like the hardcovers like 30% off or something like that, but they still have a sale going on. God knows that I do not need any more books, but I just want to go and see if they have something that I want, especially with it being on a great sale. So we'll be going to Barnes and Nobles today. We'll be going to Target today. And again, I got to take my mom to her doctor's appointment, so I have to do what I need to do with her first. As you've seen, I made myself a cup of coffee. And my breakfast for today will just be 2 boiled eggs. They're actually boiling on the stove right now as we speak. So right now, while I am sitting and waiting on time, I'll be going through emails. I'll be looking over, y'all, it's the little bird. I got my bird feeder up there, and the birds just come just so religiously, and it is just, I love it. It's so calming. But anyway, so I'm just gonna sit here and catch up on a couple of things. I don't think I'll have time to actually read anything, but you guys know what the 2 books that I'm actually reading. And yes, I like to read 2 books at a time to get through my TBR quicker, and I just like to read 2 books at a time. So I currently just and of course, like y'all know, I just love to read books by Black authors. I love to read diverse books. I love to read books that kind of like mimic my lifestyle. And that's the reason why is because like I just so enjoy the way authors come up with their scenario or their plot or their imagination that actually clicks with my world. So I am reading that. I just started reading that, y'all, so I'm only on page 5. I did finish Once Upon a December and Love is a Revolution, and I had 5 books on my TBR, so I am like 3 to 4 books in, and so that means I got one more book to read. But I'm currently in the middle of Happy Place by Emily Henry. She is the author that has written Book Lovers and People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read. Book Lovers and Beach Read has been on my radar to get to read. But the thing is, y'all, once I really actually got into Happy Place, like got over the slow, confusing start of the book, like Happy Place is really a good book. So I am enjoying reading the first book ever of Emily Henry. But I just wonder, like, is all of her books like that? Like, all of her books, is it like really hard in the very beginning to get into her books? Or is it just some of her books? So just drop it down in the comments, y'all, and let me know, like, is this a thing with the Emily Henry book? And how do you feel about Emily Henry books? Like, do you really recommend any other Emily Henry books besides like the ones that I would really like to read, which is Beach Read and Book Lovers? And since it's such a slow start for me with the first book that I ever have read by her, I think I've seen like Beach Read and possibly Book Lovers like at the thrift store. So if I do, I might, just to have a physical book in hand, I might get it from a thrift store since it's so cheap, or I might just download it on my Kindle and read it that way. I won't be disappointed about buying a book that I really did not like. But even so, if I do, y'all, I'll just give it to a little library and let somebody else who can actually get into her reading, writing better than me, or just like that kind of stuff, you know, let them enjoy it. Like I said, y'all, I am so big on little libraries. I haven't done a little library video in a minute, and I have my stack of books ready to go. They're in my trunk. That way, let's just say one day I'm just writing and I'm like, I'm gonna do this little library video for my community. So they are in my truck, so whenever I do get that urge, I do have them available to actually do the video with. And also, y'all, which I think is so great, like everybody at work, on the, you know, on my Instagram, my TikTok, you know, like they know that I read books. They know that I love books. I just love books. So a lot of times when I'm at work and I'm, you know, doing what I do as far as a respiratory therapist, over half of that time I have my personal phone, I have my work phone, and I have a book in my hand, which my phones are like, my work phone is like in my scrub pocket. My personal phone, probably, you know, I'll have it, you know, something like that in my hand. And they have been asking me about books, and like when I go to the EC, I have a lot of book community down there, and you know, we'll be like, well, what book are you reading, this, that, and the other, and they'll tell me like the book that they're reading, and they'll talk about that book, and we just have such a big blown up conversation about the books that we are reading and what books that, you know, they feel like I should read, and you know, I'll do the same with them. But I know I'm rambling and we're about to go, but there's something that I wanted to share with you guys that I felt that was just so, oh, it made me feel so good. So I was at work and I was walking toward the front. I don't know what I was doing. I probably was going to see if the coffee shop was open, or just walking because, you know, I had got a little sleepy or whatever. But to make a long story short, so I was walking, I had Love and Revolution in my hand along with the phone that I was holding or whatever, and I heard somebody behind me, and I don't think she knew my name, but she did not know my name. So she actually caught up with me and she was like, looking at the book that I had in my hand, and she said, "Are you the one that is on YouTube that vlogs about the books?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." She said, "I don't know how I came across your page, but I did, and I'm going to follow you." And I was like, "Yes." So people are seeing my page. So I'm hoping that, like, with my level up for 2024, that the ones that actually see and come across my page, they want to subscribe to my page to see all the different things that I do that's all about books mostly. But y'all, yeah, so we're going to go to Barnes and Nobles today just to see what they have, see what kind of sale they got going on, see if there's anything that I would like to purchase today, or I can just enjoy the atmosphere of Barnes and Nobles and the coffee shop and things like that. So y'all, let's go to Barnes and Nobles. this is a series that I really want to get into, but I just haven't. Like, I've heard like a lot of good things about this series, but I just have not been able to actually get into this series. I do have those. I'm trying to get into the Court of Thorns and Roses, but I do hear a lot about this series, but I just have not been able to get into them yet. So hopefully I'll be able to get into those once I get those and pass those. Just gotta start reading them.
Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. You're so much deeper when you quit playing charades. Yeah. You act so cool, but underneath you seem afraid. There's something sweet about your eyes when you feel safe. Yeah. But you keep running away. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. You might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. There's something juvenile about your pretty face, but it seems so hard for you to know when you need space. I hope you find your peace and that you get a taste with yourself. Oh, yeah. Let yourself unfold. Yeah. Let yourself unfold. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. You might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up.
Okay, y'all, so we made it back home from Barnes and Nobles. I had a really good time in Barnes and Nobles. Like I said, I think I'm getting very much more comfortable being in Barnes and Nobles and actually filming and people actually looking at me film. But anyway, so I decided against Target today because I really kind of ran out of time because I have to go to work tomorrow, and it was getting kind of late. As you know, it gets dark early, so I just wanted to get back home. But we did go to Barnes and we got a couple of books. They did have their books on sale, y'all. They did have their books on sale, and what am I trying to say? The hardcovers were like 30% off, and there were some books that was 50% off. You know how Barnes and Nobles does, and there were some books that was like 10% off, $3 off. You know how they do with the Barnes and Nobles monthly picks and stuff like that. So what I took advantage of was the buy one get one half off. I went into Barnes and Nobles, y'all, solely again just to look, but did not happen that way. So I ended up picking up 4 books, and I think, y'all correct me if I'm wrong when y'all see them, but I think all of them are like thriller books, because I always get like the romance book, the light fluffy reads and things like that. So I said that today, since Barnes had a good sale, that I was going to take advantage of getting some of the thrillers, you know, like get some kind of excitement in my life. So I did pick up all thrillers, and I'm really excited about the thrillers that I picked out, because like reading them and you know, looking at the pages in the book, you know, like there's like tons of dialogue in the pages in the book, and that just helps me to get through a book faster. So I'm really excited about the books that I got, even though I will not be able to read them at the moment because I have so many other books on my shelves that I need to either unhaul or just read as far as my TBR. So January is almost over, so I will pick the 5 books that I will be reading for February. So I will give you guys that February TBR video soon. What else do I need to do? I might go ahead on and give you an update on the books that I've actually read on my TBR for January. Probably next week. I'm gonna try my best to get through at least the 2 books that I'm reading right now, which y'all remember is Happy Place and On Rotation. So that means Will Smith Memoir is the only one that I have left throughout my TBR that needs to be read. And if I get through 4 books, y'all, I will be so happy because I usually don't get through 2 books in a month. So if I get through these 4 books in a month and don't get a chance to get to Will Smith Memoir, I will still be so freaking ecstatic because I can always just add that one to my February memoir, and that'll be like 6 books that I'll have to read for February, because I will still pick out 5 books that I need to read in February. But I don't know, y'all, I really think I need to do an unhaul. I need to look at my books again. I might do an unhaul because like some of these books I don't think I would ever read, but we'll see. But anyway, y'all, let me get to the books that I got today. But before I do, y'all, I'm gonna put up a picture of this book. I looked at this book when I was at Barnes and Nobles. I looked at this book when I was in Walmart, and I've seen someone on YouTube actually pick up this book to read. It was on the buy one get one half off. It's a fairly thick book, but I want to know y'all opinion about this book. Like, I really like the cover of the book, and y'all, that's my ice maker. I really like the cover of the book, and that cover of that book is really drawing me toward that book. But y'all, the picture is up here somewhere. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that book. Have y'all read that book, or do y'all feel like I should give that book a try? I'm really looking for y'all's comments to tell me if I need to get this darn book. But anyway, y'all, so let's just get into the haul for the books that I bought from Barnes and Nobles today. Again, they were buy one get one half off, so I kind of took advantage of that to get my thriller selection up for 2024. As y'all know, I usually like to read the light fluffy reads. I'm really, I don't know, I just like the light fluffy reads. That's just me. But I do like to read thrillers. I kind of feel like I can get through thrillers a whole lot quicker than like a light fluffy read, or not. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Hell, I just like to read books. I just like to read books. And I know, like, when I look at Shanti, like, she has a preference on the type of books that she likes to read and things like that. I don't think I've gotten to that point yet. I really don't think I've gotten to that point yet. I just like books right now. I just like books at the moment, and I'm just satisfied with that. I'm just satisfied with that. So, okay, y'all, I know the more and more I do videos, it seems like the more and more I talk. Y'all, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Okay, I feel better about that. So, first book, again, I got 4 books. The first one that I would like to let y'all see, it is called That's Not My Name by Megan Lowley. It's a thriller book to my understanding. At least it looks like a thriller book. But it says, it was a mistake to trust him. Shivering and bruised, a teen walks up on the side of a dirt road with no memory of how she got there or who she is. The police don't know where she comes from until a frantic man arrives at the station. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her school ID, her birth certificate, and even her family photos. He is her father. Her name is Mary, or he say so. When Lola slammed the car door and stormed off into the night, Drew thought they just needed some time to cool off, except Lola disappeared. So, is the girl named Mary or not? Drew murdered his girlfriend. Forget proving his innocence, he needs to find her. The longer Lola is missing, the fewer leads there are to follow, and the more danger they are both in. So that's definitely a thriller book. And as I look through the book, y'all, there's tons of dialogue in it. There's page breaks, so it's not just like pages of just words, and that is what helps me read through a book. So I did pick up this one. It is called That's Not My Name by Megan Lowley. Book number 1. Book number 2, I want to say I seen this book on somebody's Instagram post, and I seen it in Books A Million a Day, and the cover is just beautiful, y'all. It has like raindrops. It has like raindrops, like raised raindrops on it. It's called The Last House Guest by Megan Miranda. It's a Reese's Book Club pick, and of course it is a thriller, and it says, don't overstay your welcome. Littleport, Maine has always felt like two separate towns, an ideal vacation enclave for the wealthy whose summer homes line the coast, and a simple harbor community for the year-round residents whose livelihood rely on services to visitors. Typically, furious friendships never develop between a local and a summer girl, but that's just what happened with visitor Sandy Lohman and Littleport resident Avery Greer. The girls are inseparable until Sadie is found dead. Thriller! Thriller! While the police ruled the death as a suicide, Avery can't help but feel there are those in the community, including members of Sadie's family, who blamed her. Someone knows more than they're saying, and Avery is intent on clearing her name before excuse me, y'all, before the facts get twisted against her. Another thriller novel from the bestseller author Megan Miranda, and it says here that she also wrote All the Missing Girls, The Perfect Stranger, and of course The Last House Guest. So here she is. That's Megan. Like I said, it's a Reese's Book Club pick, and it says dizzying plot twist. So I cannot wait to see what the plot twist is in this book and how it plays out. So book number 2, The Last House Guest by Megan Miranda. Y'all, I was walking in the fiction area of Barnes and Nobles, and I walked by this book like 2 or 3 times. Something told me to pick it up, so I ended up picking up this book and actually reading the back of this book. When I started reading the back of this book, the first few lines I stopped. I was like, I gotta have this damn book. It's called The Messy Lives of Book People. It's by Philandra Patrick. Cover is astounding. Very beautiful cover. And it says, a mother of 2, Liv Green, barely scrapes by as a maid to make ends meet. After finding escape in a good book while daydreaming of becoming a writer herself, she can't believe her luck when she lands a job housekeeping for her personal hero. Kind of reminds me of The Housemaid. but I know this is not a Frida. I know. Mega bestseller author Essie Starling, a mysterious and intimidating recalls. The last thing Liz expected was to be the only person Essie talks to, which leads to a friendship. When Essie passes away suddenly, Liv is astonished to learn that her dying wish was for Liv to complete her final novel. Dream come true? But to do so, Liz will have to step into Essie's shoes. As Liv begins to write, she uncovers secrets from the past that reveals a surprising connection between the two women, one that will change Liv's own story forever. Wow. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this book or have ever read this book, but it's called The Messy Lives of Book People by Philandra Patrick. The name of it just really caught my attention. Y'all, when I first seen this book on the shelf, I walked by it that first time because I thought it said The Messy Lives of Black People. And so I kept, you know how you in the bookstore, you just keep walking the aisle. And I looked at it and I just kept looking at it because it had the bookshelves, the books on it. And so I looked at it again and I was like, it says The Messy Lives of Book People. So I picked it up because it was on the buy one get one half off. I read the back of it and here it is. So thriller, what y'all say? I would say a thriller. I would say a thriller. Last one is called Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I know. How's y'all eyes focusing? But it definitely a thriller. It's Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I hope I'm saying that name right. It says those are the last words Jason Disson hears before kidnapper knocks him unconscious. Before he awakes to find himself strapped to a gurney surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits. Before a man he's never met smiling down at him and says, "Welcome back, my friend." And this world he's woken up to, Jason's life is not the one he knows. In this world he's woken up to, Jason's life is not the one he knows. His wife is not his wife. His son was never born. And Jason is now an ordinary college professor, but a celebrated genius who has achieved something remarkable, something impossible. Is it this life or the other? Is it this life or the other that's the dream? And even if the home he remembers is real, how will Jason make it back to the family he loves? So yeah, thriller. Even the book cover will make you think that it is a thriller. The cover of it really caught my attention. This was the actual last book that I picked up. I needed to pick up 4 books because of the buy one get one half off. I really couldn't make a decision on what other thriller that I wanted. I did not want to get a light fluffy read. I was at that point in time when I was in Barnes and Nobles, I was in a freaking thriller mood. But y'all, I did really enjoy my time in Barnes and Nobles today. It was full but not too full. Like I said, I've gotten used to filming in there, so it really doesn't matter if they're in there or not now. So, but you guys remember, I upload a video twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. If you click that subscribe button with my picture on it and click that notification bell, YouTube will let you know when Yolandas-journaling has uploaded a video, a short, or and I'm not sure if it actually lets you know when I do anything in the community tab of YouTube, but I try to be in there as well, so you guys can catch me there. You can answer questions, you can ask me questions or anything like that. And today we will do a subscriber shout out. Okay, so subscriber shout out for today is from someone called Trenda_lady. I hope I'm saying that name right. Of course, I will put up a picture of her comment. It says, sending hugs from the Caribbean. Y'all, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. From the Caribbeans, y'all. That's like in another state. That's like in another state. So I was very happy to see that someone from the Caribbeans actually came across my footage. Actually liked my footage enough to look at my footage and actually give me a comment, and hugs to you as well. Thank you so much for that comment. Let me know where you're from. That also gives me encouragement to keep going where I'm going. YouTube takes time. Being able to film, get used to a camera, get used to being in the public, making sure your lighting is right, all that kind of stuff, it takes time. That is what I have really learned during the time that I have started with this YouTube channel. It really takes time. And as my videos get better and better, at least that's what I'm thinking, because my subscribers are growing and growing. I'm getting more comments now, like the comment that I'm shouting out to. It's just a wonderful feeling, y'all. I just love y'all so much. Not just my subscribers, not just the people that gives me those sweet, nice comments and recommendations on my video, just the people overall that views my channel, because that also helps me. But one day I hope that you guys will see something, again, like I always say, that will bring you to the point of that you want to subscribe to my channel, so that you will be notified whenever Yolandas-journaling upload a video. So my theory is, if you're viewing my channel, just subscribe to my channel. I mean, only thing it is just a click of a button. Just subscribe to my channel. It will be greatly appreciated. But again, I just appreciate everything that you guys are doing, everything that you guys are saying. Again, girl, hey from the Caribbeans. I've never been over there. That's a place in my lifetime that I would like to visit. Maybe you can give me a little, you know, roundabout of like, where should I go if I go over there? You know, anything like that. But girl, I really appreciate that comment. I really appreciate you looking at my channel. I really appreciate the hugs from the Caribbeans. And just keep watching, and just thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.